Hello, guys, as promised, the back-to-back prediction videos are going to be starting right now. We've got a lot of UEFA competitions to go through, and I obviously got to start off with the Champions League. International break has just ended, club football is coming back for this month, and not only that, all the UEFA competitions are starting in less than a week. I'm definitely excited for all of these UEFA tournaments, and the Champions League is going to have a lot more spark to the normal after this crazy transfer window we've had. Before we get into my predictions though, let's take a look at our sponsor, OneFootball. OneFootball is an amazing app which keeps you up to date with all of the latest football news. Instead of having to Google search everything over and over again, everything is right there on the app, easy to access and view. For nearly every league, you can check out the schedule, the current standings, the latest news, and you can even select your favorite team you wish to receive extra notifications for. You can even check out the stats of every player in each competition, which can help you make changes to your fantasy team and all that. Guys, I highly recommend you get this app. It's free, easy to use. You might as well go check it out now. I'll leave a link in the description below. Alright, it's time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, these groups look very intense. As always, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because these predictions are insanely tricky this year. Alright, Group A, starting off already with a bang. Manchester City, PSG, RB Leipzig, and Club Brugge. What an intense group. A lot of really good sides here. Club Brugge can even pull off an upset, but I'm gonna put them in fourth for this video. I'd like to be wrong on that, but all of these teams have an insane amount of talent. Manchester City, PSG, the oil money teams, obviously. PSG are supposed to be a huge favorite for this competition. They're probably the club with the best transfer window, signing Messi, Ramos, Donnarumma, Wijnaldum, all for free, Hakimi for 60 million. It would be a bit disappointing if PSG don't win the Champions League this season. They literally have an all-star squad right now. There's no reason why they shouldn't. They're in a tough group, but still, they're looking like one of the favorites. As much as I want to see Leipzig pull an upset and get second over one of these huge teams, they lost a lot of their key players this season. Obviously, they still have a lot of solid ones, but they lost their captain, their manager, some of their best defenders. Still have a talented squad, but it's gonna be tough for them. Third place seems realistic, honestly. You know, I gotta say, the expectations for PSG are extremely high. Obviously, Manchester City is a world-class team as well, but if I gotta put one at first, I'm gonna say PSG, get that first place spot, and Manchester City second. It's gonna be really close, like I said. People are expecting both these teams to do insanely well in this tournament. I'm definitely not the only one on this. I think many people are expecting a lot from PSG this year. I obviously could be wrong on this, but that's my prediction. Moving on to Group B, another insanely deadly group. We got Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Porto, and AC Milan. Anything can happen in this group realistically, and we saw Porto last year. They proved to be a serious threat in the Champions League, knocking out Juventus. Atletico Madrid also signed Griezmann on deadline day, I'm sure most of you know, but that could be a very crucial part to this Champions League run, as him and Suarez already have a lot of experience playing together at Barcelona. They could be a very interesting partnership this year, and I have a feeling that Griezmann will find his true form at Atletico once again. Liverpool have made a few transfers this season, but nothing too major, and that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad, but I feel like they could have bought another midfielder or attacker. AC Milan haven't been in the Champions League for a very long time, so they could be very motivated to do bits in the group stage. They still have a very solid squad who haven't been in the most consistent form last year, but still did very, very well. And I already talked about how amazing Porto have been last year. So this is a huge gamble. I think it's going to be a very close race, really neck and neck on points. I'm going to put Porto at fourth, and I know I'm going to get hate for that. A lot of people get upset when I doubt the Portuguese clubs. And don't get me wrong, Porto are a great side, but I see them slipping in the group stage a bit too much. All of these teams are world class. I'll put AC Milan at third, Liverpool second, Atletico Madrid at first. I think Atletico Madrid honestly have what it takes to top this group. They beat Liverpool a few years ago at Anfield to knock them out of the Champions League. Simeone just has that system where he knows how to break teams. We've already seen him do it against Liverpool. I have a feeling he can do it against Milan or potentially Porto. It's going to be close, like I said, but that's my prediction. Group C, we got Sporting, Dortmund, Ajax, and Besiktas. I think Dortmund will top this group. Yes, they lost Sancho, but they've already proved that they can still produce very good results. I have a feeling the players will be confident, at least for the group stage in this tournament. Now, the rest is very hard to predict. Besiktas just signed Pjanic from Barcelona, which is a huge signing, and we already know the talent Ajax and Sporting have every single year. I'll say Ajax gets second, Sporting get third, and Besiktas get 4th. It feels wrong to put any of these teams at 4th, to be honest, but that's just my prediction. For Group D, we have a very familiar group now. Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Shakhtar, and Sheriff. I'm going to tell you my order, and I will explain myself after. For number 1, I'm going to go with Real Madrid. Number 2, Inter Milan. Number 3, Sheriff. And number 4, Shakhtar. Now, I know that must surprise a lot of you, but I've actually seen Shakhtar and Sheriff play this summer. I saw Shakhtar play their first league match, and I saw Sheriff play against Dinamo Zagreb for the Champions League qualifiers. For those of you that don't know, Sheriff beat Dinamo Zagreb and Crvena Zvezda, Red Star Belgrade, in the Champions League qualifiers, and I was very surprised about that. I was expecting Crvena Zvezda and Dinamo Zagreb to face each other, but Sheriff stopped that happening already after they beat Crvena Zvezda. Then when it was their turn to play Dinamo Zagreb, they absolutely crushed them in the first leg match 3-0, which I was very shocked about. This side, I feel like, is going to produce some upsets in this group. If they did it against Red Star and Dinamo Zagreb, there's no reason why they can't do it against Shakhtar, or possibly Inter Milan or Real Madrid. I see Sheriff sneaking into that 3rd place spot, and obviously someone's got to go 4th. I think it's going to be Shakhtar. Inter Milan, yes, they lost some of their best players last season, including Lukaku and Hakimi, and they obviously don't have Conte anymore, but Inter Milan are still looking like they're in very good form. They have some decent replacements for them. They just signed Dzeko, Correa, and Dumfries. So they are still set with a very solid squad. I think it's going to be tight between them and Real Madrid for that 1st and 2nd place spot. Real Madrid will just top them. No disrespect to Shakhtar, obviously a great side, and we've already seen them upset Real Madrid last year in the Champions League with their B team, but I think they'll be upset this year. Sorry. Group E now, we've got Bayern, Barcelona, Benfica, and Dinamo Kyiv. I think it's going to finish in that order, honestly. I could be totally wrong, but maybe some hardcore Benfica fans will argue with me that Barcelona could be disappointed by them, as obviously Barcelona look like they're struggling financially and they lost Messi, Griezmann, but I still think they have enough talent to clinch that 2nd place spot. Depay has still been very in form ever since he joined them. Ansu Fati's got to fill that number 10 role now. I think they can clinch 2nd place, and obviously Bayern is such a top team, but obviously good luck to Benfica and Dinamo Kyiv. I would love to see you guys prove me wrong. Next up, Group F, Villarreal, Manchester United, Atalanta, and Young Boys. Manchester United look like the clear favorites here, but you can't rule out Villarreal or Atalanta. Obviously, Villarreal knocked out Manchester United in the Europa League final last year.
Man United, get out! Get out, Man United, get out!
I think Manchester United will easily get their redemption against them, though. Their squad has improved massively with the signings of Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Varane, and Sancho. And they might have a few close matches, but United should easily top this group. I think the hype for them is real in this tournament as well. 2nd place, I'll give it to Atalanta. 3rd, Villarreal, and they'll go back to the Europa League and try to win it there. And 4th, Young Boys. Group G, we got LOSC, Sevilla, Salzburg, and Wolfsburg. Wow, an insanely well-balanced group, to be honest. Can't forget about how amazing LOSC have been lately, but for some reason I don't see them getting 1st in this group. I'm going to give it to Sevilla, actually. 2nd, I'll give it to LOSC. You know what? I'm going to go with the tiny upset here. I'll say Salzburg get that 3rd place spot, and Wolfsburg all the way at the bottom at 4th. Could potentially be shooting myself here, but screw it, I'm locking that in. And now for Group H, the final group we'll be looking at today. We've got Chelsea, Juventus, Zenit, and Malmo. I think it's going to finish in that order. Chelsea looking like such a top side right now. They won the Champions League last year, and now their squad is only improved with the world-class striker on their side now. Juventus obviously lost Cristiano Ronaldo. I think they'll struggle with form a bit at the beginning of the season and then work their way there, but 2nd seems more realistic to me. Zenit at times have been very disappointing in the Champions League, but I think they'll just top Malmo, to be honest. Malmo seems like the clear underdog here on paper, at least. They could prove me wrong, but I think Zenit can clinch that 3rd place spot. That is my prediction, guys. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It's going to be a very interesting group stage run this year. Europa League prediction coming very soon. Please subscribe to this channel so you stay tuned for that. Like this video if you enjoyed. I'll see you all very, very soon. La cu noite.